Well, the AI can't tell the difference between it manipulating pixels versus it's manipulating a bunch of motors. So the idea that I can tell the robot, pick up the cup, is clearly just around the corner. We just have to take that AI, which currently sits in the cloud, and we have to put it into, otherwise called embody it into a physical mechanical system, which is called robotics. So the AI is around the corner. We can see early evidence that the technology must be possible. Now, China is going to be very, very good at this for several reasons. They have great demand. They have a natural indigenous demand for more workers. Manufacturing is a core part of what they do. We, by the way, because we're now reindustrializing, reshoring manufacturing, we now again also have significant demand for factory automation. And there's no question we have a shortage of labor. We have, right? We all know that our industries would be larger, more profitable, more vibrant if we just had more workers. And so they have the same challenge. They have worker shortage coming up, very severe worker shortage coming up. So they have a national strategic imperative to make sure that robotics happens, number one. Number two, they have the AI technology. And number three, this is where they have a big advantage. They're really very good at electronics and mechanical intersections, otherwise known as mechatronics. This entire area they have the harmony of demand and supply side capability. Now, many other countries, Japan has surely the demand side. They have the mechatronics, but Japan needs to have much better AI technology. Germany, great demand, extraordinary mechatronics. They need to have great AI technology. United States, if we reindustrialize our nation, we will have great demand. We have great software technology, but we really, at the moment, need to improve our mechanical electronics.
Yeah, I mean, using AI to find a better, vegan recipe for foie gras, maybe something my wife will look up, but we need to make this.
That would be a miracle indeed, sir.
It would be good. But we need to turn this into productive machinery. That's and right. The way in which it's going to change the landscape. Let me ask you, because we're running out of time, I was talking to a friend of mine who's a dean of a major research institute, and I asked him, I said, how is your faculty dealing with AI? And he said, well, the engineering faculty is excited. They really think this is fabulous. He said the science faculty is really curious, and they think it potentially opens up real opportunity. And the humanities faculty thinks it's the end of the world. So it is a shorthand for the anxiety that people feel about the dark side of AI. How do you talk to us about that?
Let me start from the end. There's no question that everyone's jobs, profession, will be affected by AI. Because the tasks within our jobs are going to be dramatically enhanced by AI.
Yeah.
Some jobs will become obsolete. New jobs are going to be created, and every job will be changed. So I used two words just now, and it's really important we think about these two words very differently. One is task, the other one is job. Now it turns out, I think it was something like 7-8 years ago, a very important AI scientist, maybe the most important AI scientist, declared the first application for AI will be radiology, because computer vision was the first breakthrough. And that, in fact, entire radiology industry within 5 years will be completely transformed by AI. And that in 5 years' time, radiologists will all lose their job. And he advises that no one should be a radiologist. That was his advice, and it was taken very seriously. Now, some 5, 6, 7, 8 years later, every single radiology platform has been completely transformed by AI. 100%. Every single radiology platform. The number of radiologists has increased. The question is why? And the reason for that is because, as it turns out, studying the scans, studying the images, is the task of a radiologist. The goal or the job of a radiologist is to diagnose disease. This is true for many, many people. People say, I don't need software engineers because apparently coding is going to be automated. I've given AIs to every one of my software engineers and hardware engineers and engineers, period. 100% of NVIDIA has AI assistants, AI coders. And they're busier than ever. And so the question is, what is the task versus what is the job? No different than a financial analyst. The task is mess around with spreadsheets. But the job is to make a financial advice. The job is to help a customer. The job is to analyze the market, make a prediction about the market. And so there's still, the human factor is still quite significant. And I would just tell everyone, before you decide that that AI is something that you're worried about or scared about, go engage it, go use it. And even in the humanities, the fact of the matter is without, with AI today, my writing has improved. I don't think the quality is. It still writes in my taste and my ways, but my speed of writing has dramatically improved.
Yeah. Well.
And so I'm more productive today. I'm still writing the original pieces. I still have to write the original voice. I still have to create the original thought. Still has, but every so often, as you know, when we derive other speeches out of other previous speeches, the concepts are very similar, but the content, the delivery, the context is so different. We now can use AI to help us regenerate the first draft. So for me, for the humanities, I would just say original thought, original writing, your taste, made with human hands, are still always going to be valuable.
I went in for an MRI recently. My wife said, make sure you take a picture. I don't think there's a brain up there, but I'd like to see it to prove there's something.
And what did you find out, sir?
There was nothing. I mean, she was right and I was wrong. We're coming to the end, and you're in Washington. You don't. This isn't always a joyful experience to come to Washington, but share with us what your thoughts on how we should think about this remarkable revolution that's appearing in your world, your